When World War II ended, everyone went home, except one man, who kept fighting alone in the jungle for the next 30 years. It was 1945, the final days of World War II. As Japan surrendered, soldiers across the Pacific laid down their weapons. But in the dense jungles of the Philippines, a young intelligence officer named Hiroo Onoda never got the message. For him, the war wasn't over. And for the next 3 decades, he lived, fought, and survived, believing his country still needed him. Onoda was sent to Lubang Island in 1944, with orders to gather intelligence and resist enemy occupation. Before he left, his commanding officer told him, "You are not to surrender. You are not to take your own life. You will hold out, no matter how long it takes." When the war ended a year later, leaflets were dropped from planes announcing Japan's surrender. But Onoda dismissed them as enemy propaganda. To him, every message, every voice on the radio, was part of a trick. So he stayed hidden, waiting for orders that would never come. For 30 years, Onoda survived deep in the jungle. He hunted for food, built shelters from bamboo, and avoided local villagers, whom he believed were enemy soldiers. Occasionally, he saw newspapers or photos that said the war was over, but he refused to believe it. He even fought skirmishes, destroyed crops, and stayed on constant alert. To him, the jungle was the battlefield, and silence was his only ally. He wasn't completely alone. A few other soldiers stayed with him for years, but one by one, they left or died. By the early 1970s, Onoda was the last man still fighting World War II. In 1974, a young Japanese traveler named Norio Suzuki ventured into the jungle to find a panda, a yeti, and a soldier who refuses to surrender. Amazingly, he found Onoda, alive and still in uniform. But Onoda refused to leave until he received direct orders from his commander. So, Japan flew his former officer to the island. Only then, after 3 decades, did Onoda finally lay down his rifle. Hiroo Onoda returned to Japan a national symbol, a man of duty, loyalty, and survival. He had missed modern civilization by 30 years, yet never lost his discipline. In his own words, "I did what I was told to do, as a soldier of my country." For 30 years, he lived in a war that had already ended, a man forgotten by time, but remembered forever. Every subscriber is not just a number, it's a bond, a connection. Your one subscribe gives new hope to our dream. Please support and be a part of our journey.